The Flow of Love. Areon, the Lyran Council of Time, transmitted through Jamye Price. Blessed beings, as always, it is a precious moment when we meet in your awareness, for it is your awareness that brings form to life. It is your awareness that saturates a moment with your information. Your information is your intent. It is your vibrational resonance. It is your past, your present and your perceived future. It is your fears, your insecurities, your triumphs, and your knowledge. The magnificence of you is contained in your awareness. It saturates a moment. As you allow your awareness to speak back to you, you find information in your experiences that is calling you to clarity, the consciousness, and the empowerment that brings about a strong and empowered beingness. It brings about an enhanced flow in your moment. It is this flow that we would like to see emanating strongly from you. Even the parts that you feel are still saturated in fear or insecurity, let them flow. Let them flow. The flow of love. As you take the risk to let yourself flow into the world, what you will find is information that strengthens and supports you. You will find resolution happening more quickly as you allow your energy to flow forth. You will find that which you feared, that which you felt was lack, was actually misinformation. It was teaching you to discover the beauty that you are. It was teaching you to reach for it, to proclaim it, to own it, and to understand with greater clarity that you upon this earth make this experience much better. That you upon this earth is a blessing to life, not because you did something special, because you are special. You are unique in form, you are unique in thought, you are unique in perception, and every bit of you is celebrated by life endlessly. Endlessly, as you sleep, as you are awake, as you are angry, as you are sad, as you are confused, as you are enlightened, every bit of you is celebrated endlessly by life. Yet it is you that must proclaim that for yourself. As you proclaim the love you deserve, just because you are you, you will find such love flowing through you that you will see it in all you encounter. You will see it, not only in the self, but in all of those that you meet. You will see it in the moments of bliss and the moments that are calling for transformation. They will all be moments of progression to you because that love flowing through, received in, and flowing out, will be filtering how you receive and how you flow. Have you ever felt the judgment of another, especially when you weren't trying to hurt or upset another? You feel it because you are sensitive enough to be aware of it. Have you ever felt the judgment of the self as you discern your own value, or lack thereof? You feel it because you are sensitive enough to feel it. You have the information system of your mental and emotional relay that shows you the full impact of your thoughts and your feelings, as well as the full impact of another's thoughts and feelings. As you feel that judgment, you understand what it feels like to stop the flow of love. When you see your children or your animals do something that is harmful to the self or to another, you understand that they are learning or they are limited in experience, and so you flow the love, you flow transformation into that moment. Do you do that also for yourself? Do you do that also for others that are learning? Do you see that potential in the moment and hold space for that and allow the awareness that you have to flow into that moment? Authentic emotions. We often talk about being authentic with your emotions, authentic with your thoughts. This is a very important step because it helps you understand on a deeper level and make clear choice. When you find yourself in a moment of judgment or anger, or any other challenging emotion, recognize that you have stepped upon a moment of clarity. You have a choice at the point when you feel it, to allow that thought or emotion to inform new choice, or to stop its flow and judge yourself for feeling or thinking it. As you are authentic with your thoughts and your feelings, you allow them to flow forth from you into your awareness and therefore your choice. Honor them, because everything that you could possibly think, feel, or do has a purpose and a potential that can bring great change and transformation to you and to those around you. Everything that you could possibly think or feel has a spiritual component to it because everything that you are, is spirit in form. Everything. As you become aware of these experiences, you are offered choice. Choice is an internal experience. Choice is first and foremost in the inner realm. In the inner realm is where it has its greatest expanse and impact. Quite often you have choice in the external world, but your choices in the external world are limited to the experiences that have already formed. The power of choice. Let us say that again, your choices in the external world are limited to what has already formed. In the internal you have a great expanse of choice. In the external you are dealing with what has already formed, and your choices will be progressions from that, but that form is informing your choice. In the internal realm, you have the capability of choosing in the mental and emotional realm, and these subtle energies will transform the physical. It likely will not be spontaneously available because the physical takes time to form in this realm. Yet this is what brings the greatest change, the internal, the invisible, the subtle. So your choice is first and foremost internal. How will I react to this situation internally? This is the passive force. The passive and active forces. We have spoken recently of the passive force and the active force. The passive force being the invisible, its power is in the invisible, the subtle realm. The active force is what you are accustomed to in the physical realm. It is action. You see its experience around you. There is great value placed on the active force, even utilizing the mental and emotional, is generally put into the box of the active force. Yet what you are discovering now is that as you begin to utilize the passive force, more shifting in the invisible realm first, that you create a new experience over time. And yes, part of that contains moving through steps with what has already been formed. Your passive force is not just letting go, or doing nothing. It is letting go of what has been holding you back. It is making wisdom choices of action steps that best serve the moment. It is finding forgiveness. It is choosing to love something you couldn't love before. It is taking a risk to feel something you wouldn't feel before. The passive force is your power of love. That is the passive force. The passive force is the form builder, not the form reactor. It is the form builder because the subtle realm is where form starts. Your internal, subtle realm is where you create change in the physical realm for long-term advancement, progression, and true change. Both forces are valuable. You must utilize both. Yet what you are coming to understand is that the internal is just as valuable as the external. It is what creates form, so your shifting is first internal. That is where your choice resides. Your external world will sometimes show that response, and other times it will not be visible at first. This is where you are learning to trust the self. You are learning the patience of form building. You are learning to recognize the clues of form. Doors open, doors close, movement progresses. It slows, it stops, it turns direction. You observe these, you interact with them, and you continue to watch your inner experience and shift through it. Observing the clues of life. As an example, when you are creating, sometimes it's moving forward and you see progression and then it stops. You have choice. You have choice. Do I take action to keep moving forward or do I not? There is no right or wrong answer because every experience is unique. But when movement stops, that is a message that the movement must stop, some sort of change is required. You assess, how do I change with this experience? Do I push forward? Do I stop, rest and allow new information to form? Do I change directions? You utilize your inner experience to observe your own reactions. Observe your own resistance and ease into internal flow with the experience. As movement stops, you may take action to move it forward, rest, or shift in a direction. You will know that is the step to take because movement will occur as a result. If it doesn't occur, then you have more validation that it is time to rest, to stop, or to change direction. You are working with the internal and the external constantly. What will often happen as you begin to observe your internal realm, is when you meet a stopping of energy, you blame yourself. You wonder, what did I do wrong to create this? Something challenging happens. What did I do wrong to create this? What have I not cleared to create this? Let that internal flow of love occur so that you don't judge the self, but let the self receive the perfection of the moment. Receive it, for it is desiring to flow through, it is life creating with you. Allow that stopping of movement or that challenge to become information flow, a teacher, a potential, an understanding, and a gift. As you allow it to become that, you increase your own flow. This is the beauty of patience, and it is also the beauty of determination to not let the self stop when energy is not flowing in the way that you want it to flow. Let the self rest. Let the self replenish. Let the self rejuvenate. Let the self find more love in that moment for the situation beyond yourself. For there are no mistakes that you can make. This time of love flow. Life is you and you are life in human form. All of life is conspiring for you and with you. Utilize your awareness of the magnificence that you are and your awareness of what the external is trying to bring forth from you. Peaceful flow can seem quiet in a moment, or it can seem exciting in a moment, but it's all peaceful flow because you are trusting your ability to respond. You are trusting your ability to choose and your ability to receive the replenishing love from a moment or an experience. Let yourself flourish with that. This is what this time is calling you to do, to receive more love. Receive more love, because you will naturally flow it forth. It is an exciting time because you will begin to truly understand how much life is working with you and responding to you. It has not seemed obvious because as you have focused in the physical realm, you have not clearly made the connection between the internal, the time lag, and the external. Therefore it has seemed that life is happening around you, and to you, more often than not. You are a forerunner of understanding that there is something within you that is connected to all life and birthing forth from you. Life is not only happening around you, it is happening within you and outside of you. It is connected to you in ways that are often invisible at first. This is why we speak often of watching the news, watching your information on the internet, or your televisions. You are connecting to others around the world and that information flow affects you. You take it into your being, and then you have a choice of what you will do with it. Will it be the vibration that dominates you? Or will you be the vibration that dominates it, and changes its flow from fear, trauma, or drama into the potential of new solution? As you take that information in, that life in, you must know your limitations of what you are able to handle in a moment. It is also helpful to stretch beyond those limitations at the pace that is appropriate for you. Just as you would work out your muscles, your boundaries are your energetic muscles. They help you lift, they help you carry, they help you push, they help you pull, they help you flow. When they are healthy, your boundaries receive and give, receive and give. It is not better to give than to receive, both are equally as valuable. In one moment you may be giving more than you receive, and in another moment, for your health, you must receive. This is why you sleep. It is a time of receiving as you replenish. As you emulate the give and receive equally flowing in your waking state, you will feel much more replenished. Sometimes that means saying no. Sometimes it means saying yes. Either one of those can be comfortable or uncomfortable in a moment. As you are trusting your flow with life, you will benefit from it, even if it is uncomfortable in the moment. Just as at times it is uncomfortable when you are strengthening your muscles. You recognize the benefit of it. Yet you also know if you try to lift weights that are too much for you, you will harm yourself. You approach it with a knowledge of what you can handle in a moment, and you approach it with the understanding that you are pushing beyond those limitations as appropriate in order to support yourself. It is the same with your energetic boundaries. This is a time of discovering your power and your love so that you can emanate yourself into your life more clearly and receive from life more boldly. Life is wanting to experience through you. You are life. You are a magnificent being in a singular form in this physical reality, and you are connected to all life. Powerful boundary flow. The flowing of your energy out and receiving life into your energy, both of these are your boundaries. Boundaries are not just holding something at bay like a wall and choosing what will come in. That is one form of the boundary. And yet, as you emanate out, you are creating a boundary. You are creating an energy resonance that is surrounding you just like a wall. But if you only hold boundaries to keep things out, you are not letting your energy flow complete its circuit. You are not receiving as much support from life. Your healthy boundaries are give and receive, give and receive. You are meant to interact with life consciously, because indeed you interact with it at all times. At all times. This is why we remind you as you watch the news you are taking it in. You are not just having a reaction, you are having an interaction. It is in your energy field and you have choice in that moment with your awareness as to what you will do with that vibration. It is painful sometimes, is it not? It is painful to see what is happening to some humans, or the experiences that you have had in your own life. Don't lift more than you can handle. Don't take it in and let it stay there. It is in another's experience for a reason, and it's in your awareness for a reason. Take it in, change it, and emanate something new out. So how do you do that? What are the practical steps to change that energy? Empowered empathy. As you observe something in your own life or another's, something that causes you some sort of pain, this is your empathic nature. You are interconnected with life and your empathy indicates that you are already strong enough to handle the information. But you may not have been taught how to deal with it throughout your life. This empathy that you feel, the emotional, mental, or physical pain of what one is experiencing, it is calling for you to seek resolution. You do not have to solve the problems of the world, you merely seek resolution internally. That is where your expansive choice resides. As you observe and authentically feel an emotion or authentically think thoughts about the experience, you honor these and let them flow. Then as soon as you can, you utilize your awareness to find the potentials that are residing in that experience. You have had some very potent ones recently, yes? You have some very potent ones all over the world. People acting and reacting in pain with domination, greed is everywhere, and as you observe it, it can seem so big. How is it that you finding peace within helps? As you observe something, you feel your authentic emotions and then as soon as you can, you seek a new awareness of the potential that is within the challenge. For example, what is the potential of war? That sorrow and fear brings a great desire for peace. You see more and more people protesting their wars and what their governments are choosing. You see more and more calling for peace. It brings about a strong desire for peace. Then the logical mind can think, but there's been protests for a long time and yet there is still war. Think your authentic thoughts and feel them. You do not benefit yourself or a vibrational emanation by trying to lie to yourself. Peace is not here now for everyone. Where will it start? Will it start within you? Even if you can only access it for a moment, will it start within you? Will you observe a situation and find a potential that you can call forth with your vibration? The practical steps begin in the internal realm. As you emanate that peace, that new potential, that understanding of what humanity is calling forth by its own actions, as you emanate that forth, you do not get the satisfaction of seeing immediate peace. You do not get satisfaction of people recognizing that you emanated a new energy out and thanking you for it. You do get the satisfaction of feeling more peaceful and understanding that the challenges of humanity become the catalysts for the solutions of humanity. It will continue to grow and grow. Those that are controlling the information flow and even the wars will not continue to have power. Solution is building in ways that when it does come to form, it will be shocking because it will be new form, not just that which has already been created. But it doesn't all happen at once. It happens in smaller steps and already there are countries, there are communities, and there are people that are living this peace. It will spread. It starts internally and you have the awareness to make your choices. Your practical steps are to be authentic with what you are observing. Think and feel authentically, for even if you find yourself in a moment of anger or hatred, life is loving you unconditionally. That feeling you have is what will be the catalyst for more change. Think and feel authentically. Then as soon as you can, utilize your awareness to seek the potentials that are awaiting your focus to begin to form. Then let that flow out of you. It is a power that you are just beginning to discover to its true depths. It requires patience because the immediate response is not always visible. As we prepare to leave, we offer to you all our flow of love and admiration for what you are experiencing here in human form. We want you to remember the beauty that you are. Love yourself so unconditionally that everything that you experience is seen through that flow of love. Loving yourself unconditionally helps you strengthen your boundaries of flowing out and flowing in with great power. It is an honor to meet in your awareness. Isha, Emma, Etta, which means, we love you, we receive you, our energies have combined and changed, which now moves forward in the experiences of life. Isha, Emma, Etta.